Hey guys, today we're going to do the unboxing and overview of the Positive Grid Spark Mini. So yeah, Positive Grid is a guitar amp company, and I guess the main thing about their amps is that they're marketed towards people who want a smart guitar amp. And what I mean by that is that the guitar amp usually has some pretty up-to-date technology, like has like Bluetooth and features like that, but you can also download an app, and then through the app you have a lot of cool features. Like you have a Smart Jam feature where you can like start playing music and it'll start making up the cover band backing track basically on the fly for you. It has like different plugin tools. I think it has like a Jimi Hendrix, I guess, plugin library. It has some other plugin libraries where you can just use the virtual amp and virtual effects, kind of like how IK Multimedia does with the Amplitube app, and several apps these days do things like that. Now, I'm not really too into the digital stuff. I usually use analog effects, but the Spark amp app, I guess, has some of that. Has some like virtual effects, digital effects, and stuff like that. So it's got a lot of up-to-date tools and digital stuff for modern musicians, and also for people who want to practice, for beginners too. So I found it very interesting, and I did a review of the amp, I think, last year. But the problem was, I think my main problem with the Spark amp was that I thought it should be portable, because I really want an amp that I could jam with on the go. And if it's really meant to be something like the Fender Mustang, for example, is trying to compete with that, it's marketed towards beginners or amateurs or even intermediate guitarists who really want to, they want to play solo like me, and practice and hone their abilities, then really it should be portable. And it wasn't battery powered or anything. That's the one thing I really wish it was. But this one, they finally got released. I think they probably realized that a lot of people out there want it to be portable. So here we go, Spark Mini. So this one is portable. It acts as a Bluetooth speaker as well as an extra that you get with it. So yeah, if you have a portable Bluetooth speaker, well, this one doubles as a portable Bluetooth speaker, but also it's a portable battery powered amp. So yeah, that was probably the original Spark I thought should be battery powered because it competed with my Vox Mini, which is battery powered, except that one wasn't. So yeah, finally we get something that's small, light, and portable. It's battery powered. So that's why I finally got the Spark Mini, and it just came out. By the way, this retails for $200 US right now. And I think if you order right now, you get a free grill or something like that. So some order bonus essentially. So yeah, here we go. A quick start guide right here. Of course, I'll be needing the Spark app because the app enables a lot of the functionality of their smart amps. So, all right. Let's see. I get, of course, also charges with a very modern accessory, which is the USB-C cable. This being a very modern type of amp. This is the faux leather. I don't think it's real leather, but the faux leather carrying handle comes with it. Pretty nice. All right, now the amp itself is pretty dang small. I mean, this is actually smaller than I expected. I was expecting actually, well, I guess it is called the Spark Mini, isn't it? This is actually a little bit smaller than I was expecting. So what I was expecting, I guess, I was expecting a Spark, maybe something a little bit smaller than the Spark. But the Spark was already, I guess, the size of my Vox Mini. So the mini version of the Spark is this, which is pretty dang tiny. So this is about the size of, it's definitely smaller than my Vox Mini. It's more comparable to the size of a Boss Katana Mini, which is a battery-powered desktop amp, right? So yeah, I guess that's what this is competing with. This is competing with the battery-powered desktop amps, not the busking amps. I got that mistaken. So I thought this would be competing with something like this. So this is my Vox Mini 5, I should say. So yeah, this is my Vox Mini 5, and this is a busking type of amp that's battery powered. So see, this has got a 5-inch speaker in it. So yeah, this is a bit bigger, but it's meant for busking purposes. So it has a bunch of controls up here. I think this is useful for people who want to plug in their microphone, and got a lot of effects. I've already reviewed this device before, but essentially it's a busking amp, and it's very suitable for that because people can yeah, they can just put in their microphone and start playing. And yes, it's very dusty looking because I haven't actually used it for a while, because I haven't really bussed for a while or anything. But anyways, I have this amp, so I thought it'd be competing with that, but that's what the Spark actually competes with, although it's not battery powered like this one is. So yeah, the busking amp, it's battery powered, but it's big. This one, however, competes with the Boss Katana Mini and to a lesser extent, probably the Yamaha THR amps, because these are desktop class amps where you can just put it on your desk and then you can start playing guitar through that. So this is a very, very tiny amp. So I'm gonna put actually the strap on here first. So yeah, it looks pretty nice. All right, so yeah, this can actually fit in your backpack, which my Mini can actually, but it has a hard time fitting in there. But this definitely can fit pretty easily, and I can see now why they marketed this as a Bluetooth speaker too, because this is actually about the size of a portable Bluetooth speaker as well. So yeah, if you have one of those Bose SoundLink speakers, or you have like any of the numerous other Bluetooth speakers out there, this is about the same size as one of those actually. Yeah, and as well, it competes with the desktop battery powered amps. So this is definitely not going to be for buskers, so it's not going to replace something like my Mini 5. That's going to be a lot more powerful. Okay, so this actually has two 2-inch speakers inside of it. So yeah, that's quite a big difference from the 5-inch speaker I have in my Vox Mini 5. But yeah, two 2-inch speakers. You can see the controls here on top. You have custom, solo, lead, and rhythm, which gets you to select presets for these. Whatever you customize it to. Then guitar, which I guess is the guitar volume, the master volume, I guess, and the music volume, which I think might be related to the aux input. And then you have your guitar input right here. And I think this might be an LED light. Actually has a wireless light as well. So it's cool. And then on the back, yeah, you have a headphone jack, also a line out, and then you have aux input, 3.5 millimeter, USB-C powered. You can pair it to Bluetooth. I think you use this as a Bluetooth speaker after all. You can also hold it to tune, so you can put it into a tuning mode, I guess, to tune your guitar. That's nice. And then you have your on button. So that's like a electronic device, I guess. That's very different from the on button on most guitar amps. Looks more like, yeah, the on button for a Bluetooth speaker. So anyways, let me connect this to my app, and then we'll start jamming and see how this works. All right, so now I have the Spark Mini hooked up. By default, if you don't connect it to the Spark app, when you just turn it on, there's 4 settings here. There's a rhythm, lead, solo, and custom channel. So this is without connecting to any app. This is the default channels it has. So I'll just show you a bit of the guitar, of course, is the master volume here. So this is with the volume at noon. So using my G&L ASOT special right now. This is the rhythm setting. It's softest setting, of course. It's got some delay on it. So it's kind of a clean tone, but it has a some delay on it. Play something like this. Setting, then there's a lead tone, which is like this. It's definitely got more distortion and gain on it. this is a solo setting. It's going to be your power gain. I mean, for solos, right? So it's got even higher setting. Looks like it's got a bit of delay too. But yeah, a lot of gain. Custom setting, yes. maybe even higher gain, but it's like a Mesa Boogie type of feel to it. It's got actually it doesn't have much delay on it, but it's just seems to be like a Mesa Boogie type of. So yeah, this one like a Mesa Boogie type of flavor. The solo one, yeah, it's a super high gain amp. Although it's like a lot smoother. It's got like a high gain Marshall or something like that lead. Seems to be this one is more like almost like a blues breaker. So if the solo was like a Marshall Super lead, this is like more lower gain, but still got some sort of a little bit of delay. Got some hair on this one too. Maybe like a blues breaker or something, and then like a rhythm, it's like a Fender type of clean sound. With the spring reverb type of setting on it, looks like. Again, a lot of delay or a lot of spring reverb, or whatever you want to perceive this as. But yeah, that's the different type of tones without having to connect to the app. You got a rhythm type of Fender cleans and spring reverb type of tone, then a lead, which is like a blues breaker, I guess, type of tone. Solo, which is like a Marshall Super lead type of tone, I guess, with a lot of delay on it. Custom reminds me of a Mesa Boogie without any type of reverb or delay on it. So yeah, that's the basic settings. So just comparing the Spark Mini's tones out of the box without connecting to any app, I think that the tones, they sound pretty good. Not the best compared to the other battery-powered amps of this size, out of the box that is. So compared to the Blackstar Fly 3, I think they're pretty similar. I think that the tones are fairly equivalent. Now compared to the Boss Katana Mini, which I've used before, I still prefer the Katana Mini's sound out of the box to the Spark Mini. And compared to the Yamaha THR5, I think that one also wins over the Spark Mini, and that's also a bigger amp anyways. So yeah, compared to some of the other desktop battery-powered amps, I think that the Spark Mini probably ranks similar to the Blackstar Fly 3, which is to say, it's pretty good for the size, but not the best. However, the advantage the Spark Mini has is that you can also connect it to an app which also further increases the amount of tones that you can get out of this amp. And that's really the advantage that pushes the Spark Mini over the top, I think. So this is the Spark app, and once you have it connected to Bluetooth with the amp, you have to connect it like within the app as well. So make sure that your phone has it connected to the Bluetooth with the amp and everything. Once you have everything paired and working, it will display the type of tone that your amp is currently producing. So right now I have it on hardware mode, which is basically the tones you have in the amp itself. So you have rhythm, lead, solo, and custom. You can see that it reflects in the app when you select it. You can also choose custom tones. So there's a lot right here for different genres. So you have so pop, for example, Silver Ship. If I select this one, there's a preset tone for all these. This is what Silver Ship sounds like. And Sweet Memory, if I select this one. They all have different sounds. Is that you can even customize it even further. So say go to Silver Ship. See, I definitely hear a bit of chorus. So I can actually go inside here and I can customize it. So I can set the controls here. I can set the gain to whatever I like. So this is what's really cool about this app is that it has a interface here which is very similar to Amplitube and the other type of guitar interface apps that some modern guitarists actually use primarily as a recording software. They use some iPad or phone apps as their main DAWs basically. But this one has like a little bit of that just built into the app itself. So yeah, we can select our amp here. This is the default settings for this setting, but you can change it if you want. You can change the middle if you want. You can change the treble, the master volume, the bass. You can even turn off the amp if you want. Of course, you won't hear anything. Maybe you will. Actually, I'm not sure what that does. And yeah, put the amp back in. Whenever you turn off the amp, is it like similar to like a line in, I guess? But anyways, yeah, you can adjust the gain here. You can turn up higher. And it's like you're actually fiddling around with this real amp here. And then you can have other effects here that you can turn on or off. You can adjust. These are all digital effects that are virtual effects, essentially, that you can put your guitar through the app. You can put noise gate. You can put this in within like the signal chain or out if you want. So yeah, you can take it in or out. So this one doesn't have any compressor anymore. If I want to put the compressor back in, I can put it in like this. Of course, I can adjust all the settings on this if I want. Lower gain. Noise gate. I can put a noise gate into the signal if I want to. Overdrive. I can put this overdrive in if I want to. There we go. I turn the gain on. Actually, sorry, it's not over. Is this a booster actually? Okay, I guess it's actually a booster. Here you go. This is the type of has like a chorus type of effect. So you can hear there's a chorus effect. I can take this out because I don't want the effect. So now you won't hear any type of chorus or flanging effect on it anymore. Delay, I can put this in the signal. Just turn it on here. I can actually change it too. Reverse delay, multi-head, echo tape. I can put the echo tape delay in the signal here. There we go. So yeah, I can change the type of effect that's used here even. So that's pretty cool as well. Let's say, yeah, let's see. I don't want this booster right here. There, we can change it to, okay, there's some Jimi Hendrix effects here. If you want to unlock these ones, you have to pay additional money, but they have some Jimi Hendrix effects here, which is pretty cool, but they're optional. And even if you don't have that, you have a lot of nice looking fuzz face, for example. Yeah, you can put a fuzz face in the chain. He sounds a little bit like Eric Johnson. To put that in. All right, and then reverb. Let's see, this is the reverb that's in here. Select different types of reverbs here. Room reverb, plate, hall medium, plate rich, hall ambient, plate short. Chamber is what I have hall. If I put a hall reverb here. A hall reverb. Same one, you can take EQ, tremolo, univibe, chorus, which is what it has right now. Univibe, vibrato, phaser, flanger, chorus, tremolo. So you can do any of that. Compressor, wow, let's see what we got for here. Sustain, red compressor. I guess these are based off of Popular Effects. Optical compressor, put an optical compressor in. Everything works there. You even change the amp. Yep, silver. So this is a silver face amp, I'm guessing. A black face amp, you can change it to that. And then you can change it to, this looks like an orange amp. So these are obviously Fenders, but then this is like looks like an orange amp. This one's match DC, so obviously a matchless amp. ODS 50, that's obviously a Dumble. And then the Jimi Hendrix ones, which is based on the Sun amps. A D-Show. This is a Marshall. Blues Boy. And Tweed. AC Boost. That's obviously Vox. Checkmate. Two Stone. That's based on what? A Two Rock? Yeah. GH. That's a more... Okay, that's definitely a Marshall Super Lead. American Deluxe. Plexiglass. That's a Marshall Plexi. And another Marshall Plexi JM45. Lux Verb. Which is based on what? A Vibroverb. And a Super 100 Lead, another Marshall. So, a lot of different things you can play around here, which is very cool. So, let's see, where is that Dumble here? I'm gonna try this one. Try the Dumble out. The Overdrive Special. Very different sound now. I'm curious to check out that Two Rock. I've always wanted to own a Two Rock actually, but they've always been, oh, you got a lot more here actually than I expected. Hammer 500, W600, so ooh, there's a lot more here. Flat acoustic, you got acoustic amps here. Fishwire Pure Acoustic. This being a digital modeling type of app here, you can actually simulate all sorts of amps. Yeah, this is, I mean, you got like Soldanos here. I think some of these, yeah, some of these, this looks like a 5150, like an Eddie Van Halen. YJM, I wonder if that's Yngwie Malmsteen. SLO, okay, that's basically like a Soldano. American High Gain, that's a Mesa Boogie. British 30 is an orange. Yeah, where was that Two Rock? Here we go. Yeah, I'm curious what this Two Rock sounds like. like, but that's pretty interesting. But yeah, and this is, of course, you can go into any of these, and then you can see what they're using. You can kind of tweak it from there, right? So you can see exactly what they're using for all these. Blues, let's see, Wooden Bridge, what's this? Stonebreaker. Definitely higher gain for this one. This one using a 2-rock, okay. Country Roads, Take Me Home. About that. Blues Arc. Rock, okay, a Modern Stone. Higher and higher gain as you go up. Crazy Crew. It's like what, Crazy Train? What it is? Let's see, it's using a YJ, okay. That's like a Yimgui type of dark soul. British accent. Orange. Metal, okay, Iron Hammer. Millennial Lead. Well, let's sustain now, Heavy Axe. Dual Train. Okay, it's got Tube Screamer here, optical press, okay. Just curious what they're using. Of course, you can change any of these. You can adjust any of these settings as much as you want, right? Change the delay time. So yeah, you have all these virtual effects here. You can adjust any of these settings on these virtual effects. You can change them out for other effects. You can take them in and out of the loop if you want. Like, there's all sorts of things you can do here because it's basically like a simulator here, a modeling app basically built into here. Spook medaling, what's this? This does sound kind of spooky, right? Does sound kind of spooky. Fuzzy Jams. Angry Monkey. It's like the bad one. It's got like, very interesting. What's it got? It's got a Big Muff Pi here. Yep, it's got a Big Muff Pi. No, it's got a sustainer, delay, flanger. Okay, interesting. Sounds very interesting. Hide and seek. Just... It's got delay, a lot of delay. Bass, okay, this bass guitar, acoustic. You got acoustic simulators here. Cozy Serenade. So yeah, this is the acoustic simulator. Studio session. Let's try this one. So of course, acoustic simulators aren't going to be like the real thing, but at least there's an option here. So yeah, add more variety. So yeah, you can choose any of these. It's pretty amazing. Like, just take any one of these. You can customize it however you want. Yeah, so you can customize everything from the amp, compressor, noise gate, overdrive, any mod, modulation, EQ, delay, or reverb. So yeah. It's all pretty cool, and that's just one feature of this Positive Grid stuff. There's also the ability to jam. So you have the Smart Jam feature I talked about earlier, where you can take, I actually talked about this in my review of the Positive Grid Spark 40 amp. So yeah, just take any one of these videos, and you can play them. I have it actually outputting to the guitar amp with the Bluetooth right now, so I'm using this as a Bluetooth speaker. So all you have to do is turn up the music knob here, so that, yeah, if I want to hear this. So if I want to hear the the music from my phone that's connected with Bluetooth, I can do that. I'm not gonna play too much of this because of copyright, but yeah. This is the part where you can jam along with the song, and I think this is a really cool feature for beginners. So yeah, you can see the chords right down here. So if you go back to chords, you can see exactly the type of chords, and you can play along with the song. This being Van Halen's Jump, of course. Yeah, so it's cool, you can jam along with that. So that's the other cool feature that Positive Grid had, and you can actually search for any song on here. Yeah, Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Dire Straits, Guns N' Roses, Queen. I mean, yeah, so Led Zeppelin. I mean, yeah, you pretty much got all the stuff you can find on YouTube. Actually, you can jam along here and analyze the chords and stuff like that, which is really cool. So this is Guns N' Roses, for example, right? Basically just a YouTube video. Yeah, so this is actually, you can probably fast forward this video. You can see the chords down there, you can play along to that. So yeah, I mean, there's all these cool features of the app. So that's the other cool thing about getting the Positive Grid stuff, is in addition to having a cool guitar amp, and this one being portable, right, doesn't have to be plugged in, runs on battery. That's just for recharging it. It's a rechargeable battery, so it doesn't take any AA, or actually my Vox Mini 5 has to take 6 AA's, I think. This one doesn't need to take any batteries. It's a rechargeable battery. So yeah, that's the other cool thing about it. As long as you have a USB-C power bank, actually, you can just plug it in and charge this. And then I don't think, even if I don't connect it to the app, I can just use the built-in preset settings. It sounds okay. I would say, I mean, compared to the other battery-powered stuff I play, that's this size. Like, I played the Vox ones before, the Rhythm Vox. The Boss Katana Mini is probably the best, closest comparison I have. This, I would say, okay, I really like the Boss Katana Mini. I don't have it anymore, but if I were to say the tone of this compared to the Boss Katana Mini, I'd say the presets are not, like, the amount of control you get on here is not as much as the Boss Katana Mini. Like the amount of controls and type of tones you can get out of the box. But because of the customization with the app and stuff like that, in the end, I think you can create more tones with this than any other desktop battery-powered amp of this size because of the app. Because of the Positive Grid Spark app, like I said, all the stuff you can do with that app, you can put in your custom like settings for all the different amps they have and effects and stuff. You can shape your own tone, and it's a lot more versatile than pretty much every other desktop-sized battery-powered amp that I've come across, right, compared to any of the other ones. The Laney, I think Blackstar has one. The Fly, I think, is a popular one. The Boss Katana, like I said, some of the small Marshalls, I think. Yeah, I mean, there's a few different amp, the Yamaha THR, right? There's a lot of other amps that are this size that are competing with this. You can put it on your desk basically and jam along and practice to it. But I think what's special about the Positive Grid is the fact that it has this app that you can connect it to, and then the app contains all these other customizations that you can do with it, right? You can just basically whatever amp or effect you want, you can have that effect, and it's going to try to simulate it. Now it's not going to be perfect as the actual thing, but I mean, you have a simulation of all those different things there, so that's really cool. And then having the Smart Jam ability is also really cool and helpful for beginners as well. So yeah, I'd say that makes the Positive Grid Spark Mini one of the most versatile, say, battery-powered amps of this size. So it's pretty cool. I mean, yes, presets off the beginning, like without connecting to the amp, I would say are not as good as most of the other battery-powered stuff I've come across. But the ability to connect it to the app is what makes it special. Sound, it's two 2-inch speakers, so don't expect anything crazy or anything like that. But I think the sound is absolutely fine for something of this size. I mean, this is competing with portable Bluetooth speakers, right? So you're talking about something that's much more smaller in size than, say, my Vox Mini 5, which is a busking amp, also battery powered. But yeah, you gotta look at the size here. I mean, for the size, I think it sounds pretty good. So yeah. And then having the amp on top of that just increases the potential exponentially, basically. So yeah, really, really cool product, I'd say. If you're looking for something on the market that you can use to practice, to jam with, and then just versatility-wise, I think the Positive Grid Spark Mini is really, really cool. And the fact that it's so small and portable, it can fit in a backpack anywhere, like, yeah, that makes it really cool. I mean, you can just put in your backpack, go anywhere, start jamming with it, connect it to your phone, start playing anything, really. I mean, that makes it really cool, right? Like with any other battery-powered amp, yeah, you don't really have access to this many tones. So I think that's what makes the Spark Mini special. Of course, you guys can also have a listen to my Vox Mini 5. So this was also $200. So same price as the Positive Grid Spark Mini. However, this is targeted mostly towards those people who want to bring a battery-powered amp outside. So people want to busk. That's why this also has different features for busking guitarists, like a mic input. So yeah, it's definitely a bigger guitar amp. It weighs more. I mean, this thing is small enough to carry the positive grid is small enough to carry in a backpack. The Vox Mini 5, you might have to put in a suitcase or luggage case. It might not fit in a typical backpack. So yeah, it's definitely a bigger amp geared towards people who are performing outside. So you can see the controls here. Yeah, like I said, apologies for how much dust is on here. I haven't used this too much recently, but yeah, there's a mic input here, as you can see. So this is important for busking and guitar players who want to sing at the same time that they're playing. You got trim and send controls for the mic input. So some basic mic effects here, and then you got some built-in effects. So you got compressor, chorus, flanger, and tremolo. And then you got analog delay, echo, spring reverb, and room reverb. So it's got some basic modulation effects built in, which is nice. It's also got tap tempo here, and it's got a built-in drum machine, which is really cool as well. So you don't have to carry around a separate drum machine, like I said, geared towards performers who are actually performing outside. Whereas the positive grid, mostly for people who want to practice in the bedroom. The Mini 5 you can definitely use to practice as well. However, it's got a lot of features that are geared towards performers who are actually taking this outside to perform with as well. It's got a built-in tuner here, and this is starting the drum machine. And then it's got its own built-in modeling cabinet as well. So it's got a few different amps. I'll go through all of them. The Boutique Clean, the Black 2x12, which is supposed to be simulating a Fender Blackface. Then Tweed 4x10, which is most definitely simulating a Bassman, a Fender Bassman. And a Vox AC15, a Vox AC30 with a top boost. UK 70s, which I'm guessing is a Marshall Plexi. UK 80s, which is I'm guessing JCM 800. UK 90s, which I'm guessing is a JCM 900. Cali Metal, which I'm guessing is a Mesa Boogie. US High Gain, which I'm guessing is a Soldano or something. And then a Line. So yeah, a bunch of different amp models as well. And then you got gain control, tone control, volume, master volume. And then you can choose your wattage too. So I can start on the 0.1 watts, 1.5 watts, or 5 watts so you guys can hear the differences. But this thing can get pretty loud. Again, much louder than the Spark Mini. It has a much bigger speaker as well, 5-inch speaker. So yeah, and it's also got aux in and headphone out. So yeah, this thing can be a nice practice amp as well as a decent amp for playing outside. So this is targeted towards musicians who actually want to do some live playing outside, which is different than the Spark Mini, which is mostly meant for bedroom playing. I mean, you can play outside with it, it's just not going to sound very loud. So yeah, let's it's got the on button, of course, right here. Start on. It's battery powered or AC adapter powered. So right now I have it plugged into the AC. And like I said, it takes in 6 AA batteries if you want to play it all on battery power. I've had this amp for a while now. I think I reviewed this amp all the way back in 2014, so it's been a while. So this is on the Boutique Clean. I'm going to turn up the volume. This is on the 0.1 wattage, by the way. And then I can push it up 1.5 watts to the middle setting here. This is the wattage I usually have it set up when I'm playing it, because the 0.1 is a little bit too small for me. I mean, the 0.1 is like really if you need low volume playing. 1.5 watts is what I use generally, and then 5 watts if you want to busk outside and you want people to hear you. This is the highest setting. So yeah, definitely gonna see how much louder it can get. Definitely a lot louder than the Spark Mini. So yeah, when you're playing outside, yeah, it can get this loud, which is, like I said, good for busking. You want people to hear you. And then I usually use the 1.5 watt setting. It's in the middle. It's loud enough, but not too loud. So again, this is the Boutique Clean setting right now. Then the Black 2x12 Blackface setting. Then the Tweed 4x10, the Bassman setting. Then the AC15 setting. Then the AC30 course, in the UK 70s, which is a plexi setting. UK 80s with this JCM 800 setting. JCM 900 setting. Cali Metal, the Mesa Boogie setting. US High Gain, which is, I don't know, like a PV or like a So yeah, these higher gain settings, I don't use it too much. I like I think the AC30 is an okay setting, because like this is Vox, they should know their own amps the best, right? Yeah, or the AC15 setting. Even the basement settings. On the blackface. The clean setting on it. Yeah, I generally try to stay on the cleaner settings, actually. I think they generally sound a bit better to me than the higher gain settings. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the Vox Mini 5 out of the two. I think the Mini 5 has a lot of good built-in sounds. I mean, it has a lot of, like a bunch of, I think 11 different amp models here. Its own effects and stuff, and it's got a built-in drum machine. So it's got a lot of stuff built in. However, the Spark Mini might still be more versatile, because you can hook it up to the app, and then you can adjust all these different settings on the app, which makes for like an exponentially wider array of tones. But it's different, you know, like this is a smaller amp as well. Doesn't have a mic input like the Vox Mini does. The Vox Mini is inherently a louder amp because it's bigger. So yeah, I mean, I can try out the drum machine too. This is interesting. I can change the tempo and the level on the drum machine as well. So this is the 8-beat. I can change up the tempo if I want to. Yeah, I can make it faster. I'm gonna make it louder. So it's cool. That's the 8-beat. The 16-beat is like this. Rock. The metal. Pop. R&B. Jazz. Latin, dance, odd meter, and metro. Oh, it's a metronome. Yeah, so it's just a basic metronome. It has a built-in metronome too, which is nice for practicing. So yeah, having a built-in drum machine is really nice too. What's this? Yeah, so anyways, that's pretty fun to play around with as well. That's something that the Spark actually doesn't have. It doesn't have that drum machine. So anyways, this is another cool amp too, the Vox Mini 5. I just wanted to demonstrate this one a little bit versus the Positive Grid Spark Mini here. Again, different amps. The Vox Mini 5 probably competes more with the Spark 40, but the Spark 40 isn't portable. So yeah, this mini one is actually portable, but it's a much smaller amp. This one competes more with the Boss Katana Mini, I would say, or the Blackstar Fly 3. So anyways, yeah guys, let me know what you guys think of the Positive Grid Spark Mini. I think this is a really nice, versatile, small amp, desktop size, really good for practicing. You have a lot of different tones available to you through the app, so that's really nice. And you can also, it's good for jamming as well, because it has that Smart Jam feature. Mini 5, good for those who want to busk outside, like a nice alternative to a Roland Cube or something like that. Built-in drum loop, drum machine, mic input, and a bunch of nice built-in amp and effects and stuff. Not as much as the Spark Mini, of course, because that's connected to an app, but this one, the Mini 5, does have more built in to the amp itself. And adjustable wattage, so it's nice for practicing at home or for playing outside. So it's good for both. Just it's a bigger amp as well. Both about the same price, $200 US for both of them. So and both battery powered. Of course, the Mini is a rechargeable battery, and the Vox takes in 6 AA's. So the Spark Mini, I think, is overall a really nice, versatile device. For 200 bucks, it's pretty much the same price as other battery-powered guitar amps, but with this one, you can connect it to the app, and then through the app, you have a lot of tools you can use to explore and learn and create. So you have a whole wide array of tones that you have through the app, and you also have the ability to become a Bluetooth speaker as well. So that means that it can potentially replace both your portable Bluetooth speaker as well as your desktop guitar amp. So yeah, I think overall this is a very versatile device. For 200 bucks, I think the price is very reasonable. It's very portable, and yeah, it's just, you can do a lot of things with it. So that's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and demo, and as always, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the section below, and as always, thanks for watching.